Hello everyone, this is Patrick and Yannick, and our case study is on Palantir's use of AI and data analytics. First, a little background on the company. Palantir is a data mining company founded in California by Peter Thiel, a co-founder of PayPal. They specialize in big data, that is, their clients come to them with a problem, massive amounts of data, and then Palantir's job is to break down that data, analyze it, and report back their findings. Palantir can be divided into three sub-projects: Palantir Gotham, Palantir Metropolis, and Palantir Foundry. Each one relates to either a corporate, financial, or government-related project. Palantir recently struck a deal for a contract with the Pentagon worth nearly $1 billion, and this is just 2 years after agreeing to a $250 million deal with the DoD. The first project is Palantir Gotham, which deals primarily with the US government. As mentioned before, the government has hundreds of millions of dollars invested in deals with Palantir. This work often includes analysis of data for counterterrorism purposes, which means that they also work closely with the CIA, FBI, and other branches of the military. The second project is Palantir Metropolis. This project deals primarily with banks and hedge funds, providing them with insights into the stock market and other investments using machine learning techniques on the data they collect, and this is where some of the artificial intelligence techniques may come into play, but we'll touch on that later. The third and final project in Palantir is Palantir Foundry. This grouping encompasses pretty much every other aspect of their business, which is mostly providing analytical solutions to other companies like Fiat, Chrysler, and Airbus. One of the major ways Palantir analyzes such large and highly complex data is through the use of artificial intelligence, and to be more specific, human-augmented artificial intelligence. It's not the AI that most people picture when they hear that term, a robot that talks, walks, and acts like a human. Rather, this AI utilizes various deep and machine learning techniques to analyze complex datasets. Unfortunately, since these techniques are proprietary and Palantir is still a private company, there isn't much technical detail online on how this AI actually works and how it's implemented. The information the AI gathers is then interpreted by a human to give the client their best suggestion, which is where the human augmented part of that name comes in. Ethical concerns naturally arise when a company like Palantir is given access to such a wealth of information and data, both from the private and public sectors. Some of this information is sensitive, such as the data banks give Palantir when they need recommendations on what types of loans or mortgages to give to certain clients. Of course, whenever a bank needs to make a decision like that, possible data may include social security number, credit history, previous addresses, work history, and all that other private information that we may not want just out in the open. Their counterterrorism work with the government also involves scouring the web for any bit of data they may find that provide hints as to possible security threats, and then machine learning and artificial techniques are often used to collect such data. This brings us to our discussion questions. The three discussion questions we came up with are: should a private company be given access to so much sensitive information? And is it ethical for the government to be so heavily involved with a company like this? Secondly, how do you think their use of human-augmented artificial intelligence will evolve as their customers' needs evolve? And will it become more intrusive over time? And finally, are companies like Palantir beneficial to the progress of artificial intelligence long term? Here are our references and our images. Thanks for watching.